Yo, my people. We today we focused on how to start and grow your coaching business without having all the tech in the world. So this is something that holds a lot of people back because I've been able to start this business without having to have a bunch of tech. I mean, I made 2-3K a month, maybe around 2K a month, but this was before we even started doing the automation or crazy, before we started running the ads, before I was doing all of the next level advanced things I began doing over time. This is me just kind of doing the bare minimum. So this is going to be a great session because a lot of times we think these are the things that's going to hold us back. So here's what we're going to focus on. One, why you don't need a website to start getting your first coaching clients, so your initial batch of paying clients. We're going to focus on how to set up your coaching business in a day, even if you're not good with tech. Because so many times people stop because I don't have this, I don't have the site, I don't have the funnel, I don't have whatever, right? I don't have this automation set up, I don't have these things. So you think that's going to stop you, but we're going to talk about that. Does it really stop you? And then how you can start your coaching business for less than $100. How can you do it? Is it possible to even do it? And so that is what we're going to be focused on today. All right. Now, this whole conversation is interesting because I speak to about personally, and I'm not even talking about through my team, to about 1,000, at least 1,000 to 2,000 coaches every single year. And I can tell you that there's a lot of folks who say, I'm not tech savvy, I don't understand everything with the social media piece of it, and they think they need to wait until something magical happens before they start. And that's the worst thing you can do. And I tell people that's the worst thing to do because you think that there has to be some imaginary set of conditions. And if you've been following me long enough, I tell you, don't start with perfect conditions. You want to start with imperfect conditions because you're going to win. Because soon as the conditions aren't perfect, soon as there's another technology you don't understand, soon as it's not the way that you pictured it in your mind, then you're going to fall off. You're going to lose consistency. You're going to have to start all over again. So don't start with perfect conditions. And so over the years, I've been able to add more of the tech as time went on. But I didn't have this big fancy website. I didn't have all of these funnels and these automations and these reminder sequences set up. I didn't have all of these things. I literally just got started with what I had, and then the progression came afterwards. So why you don't need a website to get your first coaching client? So write this down. People don't care about your website, they care about results. Write that down. People don't care about your website, they care about results. So focus on getting people results. Most of y'all here never even been to my website. Actually, my website is under construction right now. I'm actually revamping the site. You've been following me probably for years or for months. And think about it. Have you ever been to my website? Maybe we've already spoken before. Maybe you've already been a client before, right? Maybe you're a current client now. Who knows, right? But think about it like this: is that people don't care about the site. People don't even sign up through your website. Like if you follow in our process, nobody's going to go through your website and sign up. People are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars. They don't care about the site. They care about, can this person who looks or sounds like they could potentially help me, can they actually get me results? I'm tired of struggling. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to hit my head against the wall over and over and over again. Can this person get me results? Because I have a family I'm looking to impact, because I'm looking to, achieve this particular goal. I want to feel this kind of way. There's whatever you help people with in terms of your niche. People want the end result more than they care about the site, more than they care about the tech, more than they care about how they came in and what pages they landed on, and and all of that. They don't care about that. Can you help me get results? This is why you can have all of the fanciest tech set up and all of the websites and the click funnels and it goes from one page to the next, and the reminders. You can have all of that set up and still lose to somebody who has barely any tech, but they actually know how to explain and demonstrate how they can help somebody, and they actually connect with the human being. All of the tech is not going to get somebody to make them feel like you can actually help. So that's the big thing. So when I got started, that was exactly what it is. And that's because I didn't even know how to do it. Right. My first niche, when I first came into this industry in 2015, I started off as a college development coach. And that was because I went through college. You know, I joined a fraternity. Shout out to Phi Beta Sigma fraternity. I had people that I knew on campus that either graduated, but they weren't getting into their career field, or they were in their career field, but they weren't getting jobs that was in a field. So it was like, you paying all of this money, but you're not even in the career field that you paying all of this money for. So I said, okay, well, let me just start helping people. I started learning about the coaching industry at this time. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe there's some things that I've learned in terms of like creating your resume, how to get experience on your resume. Because everybody was saying, yo, well, nobody's hiring because I don't have any experience. Because I don't have any experience, I can't get a job. So it's almost like the chicken and the egg. So I said, let me teach people how to do it, because I had a fun time in college. I was able to graduate, and I got into my career field, and I was making good money. So this is how I began. Now, this is how I began. I didn't understand the ClickFunnels. I didn't understand Kajabi. I didn't understand some of these things, some of the CRMs and the MailChimps and the ConvertKits. And, you know, I didn't understand this sending out invoices. And I didn't understand none of that. But that got me to an ability where I was able to start helping more people. So you don't really need to do that as long as you know how to connect. I had a client who, shout out to Tina. When she came in, so she does like financial literacy, and she focuses a lot on the youth as well. And when we started working together, she did not know the tech at all. She was not good with the tech at all. And I mean, at this point, like, she didn't even know how to like send out invoices. It was like she didn't know any of that. And so we started working together. But when we worked together, she really understood her audience. She understood how to help the youth. She understood how to connect with the different organizations that help the youth. So I remember we got on a coaching call one time, like, with our group. And so I'm asking her questions like, hey, how's things going? Give me the update, whatever. She said, I got a $28,000 client, right? So everybody going crazy. All right, congratulations, 28,000. So she's telling us the story, and she says, she said, what's crazy is that I didn't even know how to send an invoice, but I remembered that you taught me, and I was able to figure out and send an invoice. Her first invoice she sent was $28,000. You see what I'm saying? Her first invoice that she didn't even know how to send out invoices. So she knew how to connect with her ideal client so well, but she didn't know the technology at all. And she was still able to make 5 figures a month, not even know how to send invoices. So this is my point about you thinking you need to know all the tech. Second is, how can you set up your coaching business in one day, even if you're bad with clients? So, right. So you think, oh, I got to set up all of these things behind the scenes. No, actually you don't. The biggest thing, again, is knowing how to help people, but there's minimum some things that you really kind of want to look at, right? These are things that can literally just take a day to be able to do, right? So think about, what's the bare minimum things that you really need. One, you need to have some type of way to meet with people. I like to meet face to face with people, at least minimum through Zoom. So maybe that, and then we'll talk about what some of the prices of these could be. Then then you probably want to look at being able to collect payment. So think about Stripe, think about PayPal. I'll probably say that's like the easiest thing to kind of start with. So you can be able to do that. And these are simple things that you can set up like immediately, like same day. So you want to look at PayPal, Stripe. You want to look at let me see. So we got delivering a session. We have that. I'm trying to give you like bare minimum things. You don't even really need, when you first start, you really don't even need a CRM. Like, you could get a CRM. If you are going to get one, you could go with MailChimp. But I mean, honestly, like, if you really just getting going, you haven't made your first dollar yet, you really don't even need to start with one immediately. Like, I'm talking about getting your first 3 to 5 clients, maybe even your first 5 to 10 clients. You don't need to have all of this craziness set up. You just have to have a way to be able to see people, because it's important to be able to see, or people be able to see you, and then be able to have sent invoices. You know what I mean? So these are the things that, like, bare minimum of what you need to start. You don't need a website to start off. People are not even going to go to your site. You don't need that. And let me explain something too, because people really think you need. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about, yeah, no, I got to get the funnel set up. I got to get the landing page set up. I got to get these things set up because this is how I'm going to be able to grow and build my business. Let me give you a news flash. Newsflash, a landing page is when you have a bunch of people that's landing on your site. That's why you have a landing page. So, okay, so I have a bunch of people. That means not just one-on-one. So if you meet with somebody in person, you're not going to send them to your landing page. You see what I'm saying? If you're DMing or messaging somebody, you're not going to say, hey, sign up through my landing page and send them the link. Right? If you're talking to somebody, if you're texting somebody, if you're at an event, you're not going to tell them to go through the landing page, because the landing page is meant for a mass amount of people going to this one page website and then signing up. That's the whole purpose of having the landing page. If you're meeting with somebody one-on-one, you can just get their information. You don't have to go through this big funnel landing page process. Just get their, to get a lead is somebody that you can contact technically. But I like leads that, you have their minimum, their name, their email, and their phone number. Write that down. Their name, their email, and their phone number. That's how we define leads, right? We want their name, their email, and try to really get their phone number, which you can, by the way. But, minimum name and email. But if you have their phone number, you have a way to really contact them and serve them on a deeper level. So, okay, so when do we need these fancy funnels and these landing pages? All that, you're going to need it in a couple scenarios. One, let's say you're running ads. Now, if you're running ads, then okay, I'm getting 50, 100, 200 people a day that's clicking on my links and going to these landing pages. Okay, great. I might get 1, 5, 10, 20 people to sign up or opt in. Okay, that's a massive amount of people. You're not going to connect with each person individually. And I mean, you can over time, but in a quick way to be able to get their information from the internet of somebody who does not know you, they're going to click on it and then they're going to sign up. How else you're going to be able to do it? Let's say you're speaking on stage, you're doing speaking engagements. I do about 100 speaking engagements a year between in virtual and in person. If I'm speaking on a stage, then and I want to get, let's say if it's 50 people in the audience, and so in that case, I would say, okay, you guys want this resource, you guys want this presentation, you guys want this course, whatever I'm giving away. Then I would say, go to this website. I would say, message me or text me, and then they might get an automatic reply, and then they'll get a link, and then they'll go to a landing page. So that's why you want landing pages. Is for a massive audience that's going to see. Maybe you're doing a webinar. It's another thing. Maybe you got 200 people on a webinar and you're training, you're teaching, and then in that way you want to be able to capture a large part of the audience's contact information so you can get a bunch of leads at once. Landing pages so you can get a bunch of leads at once. It's not to get one lead at a time. It's not the purpose of it is not for that. That means you're spending a bunch of time creating a page that barely anybody is going to see. You see what I'm saying? And then those are expenses that are associated with that. So you don't need to have all of this. You can set all of this up without even having that. You can get your business going in a day. So use PayPal initially. Usually I say try not to use if you could start off maybe with with Zelle or Cash App, but I think a professional way to get going quickly is PayPal, because you can send invoices. Right. And it's really not that hard to set up an invoice. You could literally spend 30 minutes or an hour looking up how to send invoices through PayPal. Like you could do that like same day. And then so now you can send invoices. And then, if you on Zoom, if you ever joined the Zoom call before, or if you ever signed up, then you can do that and just do Zoom. So you can meet with your people face to face, because it increases the trust when you meet with people. But literally, what else do you need? You don't need nothing else. I can collect money. And I can meet with my clients or meet with my potential clients. So that's what we got. Number 3 is, how do you start your coaching business for less than $100? So here's some tech, some kind of so here's some of the tech things you could get, but it'll literally be it does not cost that much. So one, you could get a Zoom account at the time right now. I believe you could probably get a Zoom account for maybe $15 to $20. That's great because that'll give you the ability to have calls that are longer than 45 minutes. Technically, they have a free account. You could do calls for 45 minutes or less, or 40 minutes or less, something around that, and you don't even have to pay. So that's that. You can, if you are going to use a CRM, which is a customer relationship management database, that is where you're going to house all of your leads, their contact information, notes on them, etc. You could do MailChimp or you could do ConvertKit. I believe both of them have free accounts. I believe MailChimp, last time I checked, MailChimp, like chimpanzee, MailChimp. So make sure you write that down if you don't have a CRM. And I believe they give you up to 500 contacts. So you have 500 people that you can add their contact information. You meet them at an event, you do whatever, you're speaking on stage, you're doing webinars, you're meeting, you're DMing people, you're calling or whatever, you're getting contact information, you're going to a live event, networking event, whatever. You could take those names, those emails, and those business cards, however you collect it, and then you could put that into the CRM. Literally that, you could do that for free. And then maybe, I think they have, I'm pretty sure they have something around like $10, $15 for that. So that doesn't cost any money. You're going to send invoices. You could use PayPal. You could use Stripe. They're not going to charge you any money for that. Or we use a service called Zoho Invoice, right? So we basically go between PayPal and Zoho Invoice. PayPal is free. Zoho Invoice will probably run you around $35 a month. And, and it just, and the difference is it just have more tracking capabilities, reminder capabilities, things of that nature. But literally $30, $35 for that. Let me see what else. Again, you don't really even need to have a website to start off. Most people are not going to go to your website. If anything, you're probably going to have a one of the things that we teach is what we call having a credibility landing page. If you are going to create one, a credibility page or credibility landing page. Basically, this is a one-page website. This is, by the way, this is like an advanced strategy. I'm not even saying you got to do this day one, but if you want to increase your chances that somebody trusts you when they actually get on a call with you, then you can have this page. So this page is basically one of the things that people struggle with is like, yo, will they believe me? Will people buy from me? Will they trust me? And that makes them lose confidence. So one of the things we have is this credibility landing page, which we put all their credibility on this page. Why are you qualified to help your target audience? So it'll have like your framework that you teach. So in our program, we teach you, we teach you how to create 12-week coaching programs, what goes into your curriculum, how you're going to price it, what your offer is going to be, etc. So these are things that we can put on this credibility landing page. Normally, we don't have the price on it because we don't want people to prejudge. And then you might have some upsells, some downsells, things of that nature too. So we don't put the price on our credibility page, but we pretty much put everything else. I mean, we put like, the general offer in there. There might be certain bonuses you might not necessarily include because you want people to get the general understanding of it. But if you have additional things, I like to surprise folks too, and they get extra goodies that they didn't think that they were going to get. So that's why we don't necessarily include all of the bonuses on the landing, on that credibility landing page. But on that page is, we have all that information on it. You know what I mean? And why they need to learn from you, why you can help, what makes you different. If there's photos, if you have screenshots of things that you have done where you could basically have proved that, hey, I got myself results and I got other people results. You can create those landing pages. I believe MailChimp might allow you to create landing pages. I know for a fact ConvertKit allows you to create landing pages, and you can use any other site. But these sites does not cost that much money unless you're trying to get like a comprehensive thing. But under $99, you're good. I mean, one of the things that I like too is there is a platform that we're transitioning our internal program to, and we already have our our community on, write this down, skool.com, SKOOL, school, SKOOL. Some of y'all are in this, some of y'all are watching this through the Skool group right now, right? Skool is only $99 a month, and that houses everything that you need, right? It can send reminders to trainings that you got coming up. You can house your digital courses here. You can, you can link any kind of flyers. You can link upcoming events. You could go live. I mean, you could pretty much do everything. So this is one of the platforms that I tell all of my clients, like, yo, like use this, because just spending $99 and just don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about much. You know what I mean? And to get into the group, they have a landing page where you can basically create that. And then that is what people sign up with in order to join your group, whether it's going to be paid or whether it's going to be free. So I would say if you just want an all-in-one, just do that. We have an affiliate link. So if you want to use our link, then I can send it to you. Just you could just comment school, SKOOL, and then I'll send you our affiliate link. Or you could just go to school.com yourself. I just like them. So if you want to go through us and give me the credit, that'd be great. But you don't have to give us any credit. Just go to school.com to sign up. All right. So all of that is here to say this, that you can start your business now. You don't need a big fancy website to do it. You don't need to have all of these funnels set up and all of these automations set up. Eventually, you're going to add these things, but you do not need it day one. You really just got to get clear on what people want. You got to get clear on who your niche is. You got to get clear on the messaging. And then you got to get confident reaching out to people. I'd rather have you spend your first 30 days getting clear on that, getting confident with that, than trying to make yourself feel like you're doing something because you're setting up your website. And then at the end of the day, you still not clear. Or at the end of the day, you created a whole damn website, but that's not even the audience that you're looking to impact. So now you're going to redo the website because you wasn't even clear on your niche in the first place. You see what I'm saying? Then now you're wasting time. We're not wasting time this year. No more wasting time. So if you want some help with this, two things that you can do. One, go ahead and put coach me in the comments, And then I'll look at my calendar. I'll spend a few minutes with you. You can ask me any questions you want, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. You're part of my community, so I'll be more than happy to answer your questions for you. That's number one. Second thing is write this date down. Saturday, March 29th. Saturday, March 29th. That's coming up this month. The last Saturday of this month, we have what we call the PCS Bootcamp. This is our annual event. All of our coaches are coming out. This is where we're going to learn how to actually get you productive so you can start making money. I want this to be the year that you're making money. I want to get a solid 30 coaches in the room where I can really keep an eye on y'all this year and help you work through whatever you need work with personally. And I'm walk through it. Not only that, I'm bringing my friends out. I got some of my most successful friends in New York that's going to be popping out. It's going to be some surprises, and these are some powerful people. You're going to be able to get a chance to connect. You're going to be able to get a chance to connect with each other as coaches and get accountability partners. And these are people you're going to be speaking on each other's stages. And then there's going to be other folks that even are outside the industry, that outside of the industry that are super successful and that you could potentially make some connections with. Besides that, we got VIP, so you could join that, or you could just get a regular ticket. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and put boot camp in the comments, and then I'll DM you the link to join the boot camp. Right now, we got early bird tickets for $49. This is going to be in New York City. It's going to be in Staten Island. So hope you're excited about that. All right, but if you want the link, just go ahead and put boot camp below. Other than that, if you want to talk to me and you have some questions in terms of what you need to do in terms of next steps, just go ahead and put coach me below, and then I'll help you out. All right. With that being said, be great. Hopefully you enjoyed this Mentorship Monday, and slow motion is better than no motion. Let's work.